Good morning, YouTube family. It's Coach Erica Janelle coming before you guys this morning. Just sharing, as I'm always on my journey. Wednesdays are my therapy days, so I always have like really good conversations with my therapist. It's not even that I go to therapy because I need, well, not always. I go to therapy because I need, some issue resolved in my life and I need to figure out how to do it. A lot of times it's really just us sharing. And I love that. I love the rapport and the relationship that I have with my therapist, because she has literally seen me grow and develop over these last it's been 2 years, probably almost 3 years, that I've been going to therapy. And I encourage everyone to go to therapy, even if you don't feel like you have major issues going on in your life and you feel like you've got it figured out, which, we all have our issues. I don't think anybody on this planet walking this earth is without issue. But I don't go to therapy just because of some traumatic event. I go to therapy to be able to have a sounding board and to also be able to, when I do have hard situations that I don't feel as though I can handle on my own, I have that support system set up for me. So as I'm pouring into other people, I need to have that outlet for me to be able to have someone where I can share and they can pour back into me. We just did the video the other day on energy vampires and the importance of protecting your spirit from people that are just there to suck the life out of you. But anyway, as I was in my session yesterday, we were talking about just growth and development and just mental awareness and knowing where you are in life and why you make the decisions that you make, why you do the things that you do, and how those actions affect your day-to-day life, and more importantly, why you think the way you think, why you choose to walk the path that you choose to walk. For me, it's interesting. We were talking about just growth and development and just mental awareness, and I came to some conclusions in my own personal life when it came to the things that I've missed or I've been missing in my past relationships, and the reason why there was still this level of something missing. And it's important to really identify that so that whenever you move into your next phase of life, or whether it's a relationship, whether it's just learning how to heal, it's important to identify the things that you feel like contributed to your outcome in your previous experiences. And so we were talking, and a really good topic came up, and we were talking about just not being afraid to dig deep and really understand why you think the way you think, why you're drawn to the type of people you're drawn to, what it is that causes you to choose these same types of individuals. Because I know for me, as I've been examining my life and trying to work on just becoming a better version of myself, I realized that a lot of the guys that I dated, and even the guys that I married, were people that were all broken in the same kind of way. And I realized that my nature, my innate nature, is to want to help people. Like I said in my other video, it really is reflective in my career, in my it's reflective in my sorry, I'm trying to figure out why this person is beeping their horn. It's reflective in my career, it's reflective in my life coaching, it's reflective in my nonprofit. It's something that is innately in me. And I had to learn that I'm not here to save everybody. That's not my job. My job is to reach as many people as God allows me to reach, and to be able to share and impart and just take my journey and help somebody else so they can avoid some of the same mistakes that I've made. But I realized that I was always drawn to people that had a lot of emotional issues, a lot of emotional baggage, and generally it stemmed from their childhood, whether it be rejection from an absentee parent, whether it be a parent that was there but just didn't treat them fairly, or anything like that. And that literally, as I was looking through my history, and I'm always going back and analyzing and trying to understand my patterns and why I do what I do, why I think the way I think. As I was literally looking back at my past relationships, I noticed that there was a common thread. Everybody that I've dated in the past, and we all have our baggage, so I'm not judging them. I have my own. I realized that they all were hurting in the same kind of way. And maybe, just maybe, there's something in me that is drawn to that type of individual. And so we were talking about it, and she's like, it's pretty profound when you can recognize and identify exactly the very thing that you've done to cause this particular pattern in your life. And for me, it has been. So I've been analyzing it. I've been pulling, those thoughts together and just really trying to make better decisions in my future for not just a husband, wife, or I hate boyfriend, girlfriend, we're grown, relationship, but just in life in general. Like, I don't want to keep making the same mistakes. I want to take the lesson and learn from it, but leave all the baggage from my past disappointments and rejections or whatever. And so as we were talking about that, it made me realize that the one thing that I did not have is somebody that I could truly feel poured back into me, or I was always the one doing the pouring. I was always the one doing the giving. And when I say giving, I'm not talking about just financially or emotionally or mentally. I'm saying giving, period. Like, I could show you in ways where I have made somebody's life better, but I have never been with someone, big speed bump, never been in a relationship with someone where I could honestly say, okay, this person really elevated me in this level, or in this area at this level. And that's pretty sad. But I did not realize it. Therefore, I was not even looking for the same types of things in relationships back then that now I would be looking for. Now I would be looking for and I'm not talking about, a lot of times when we as women say these types of things, men automatically assume we're talking about finances. I am not talking about how much money a man makes. I'm talking about what he contributes to your life. Does he do something to make your life easier, something to make your life better? Does he do something to take away and alleviate some of your pressure, some of your pain? Does he do things to elevate you or take you to another level, or help you experience or learn something that you've never learned before? And those are the things that I think are so key when it comes to looking for a healthy, positive relationship as we get older. The things that you look for in your 20s are so different from what you look for when you're in your 40s or in your 30s. So for me, that is something that I did not realize. Well, she kind of reminded me, she's like, well, over the course of time, you would always say, well, I just don't feel like, this person, I'm learning anything from them. Like, I'm such a low-key nerd. Like, I love to learn. I'm learning all the time. I'm always trying to grow. I don't think I'll ever get to a place where there's not something else that I want to learn or something else that I want to develop in, because I feel like as long as we're on this planet, we're supposed to be learning. We're supposed to be in a constant state of learning. And so she was like, well, you would say little things about like how this relationship, you did most of the nurturing and most of the helping them to get, whether it's business ideas, or whether it's helping them to elevate their business to the next level. You were always doing all of that and teaching and giving, and you never really got any of that back when it came down to you doing the things that you were doing. You know, they would support in some ways, in some cases they would support, but they really never knew how to help you upgrade and how to make you better. And she's like, that is key to be able to find the thing that is important to you. So now I say this to say the things that I look for now in a relationship are completely different than what I would look for in a relationship in the past. And it's all about growth. It's all about development. And I don't know, in a year from now, there may be things that I find that I need in addition to the things that I identified already. But the point of this is to always be in that constant state of growth. Always be in that mindset of wanting to develop, wanting to grow, wanting to change, wanting to be a better version of yourself. Because once you stop growing, once you stop learning, once you stop being open to the new things that you're to experience, you're just limited, and you'll just flatline. You'll be at that place and that place only, and you'll never develop and you'll never grow into whatever potential that you have. So I just encourage you guys to keep identifying those areas where you need to heal, identify the areas where you need to grow, and don't be afraid to dig deep, and don't be afraid to tap into things that are uncomfortable, or to have the uncomfortable conversations and really look at yourself in the mirror and say, ugh, I was terrible in this way, but this is how I've learned from that. Okay, well, I love you guys. I know I put 2 videos up today because I want to really talk about the suicide awareness event, but I also wanted to share something that was on my heart. I hope you guys get something from it. Love you very much. Have an amazing, amazing Thursday. Bye.